Okay, now that we have a few things covered, I also want to show you this. This is the ability to toggle game real. So basically you can see exactly what the lighting looks like after light mask hits it, real time. Okay? So here would be unlit, lit, real time. This also allows all the animations to work. What we're going to do now is add a little bit of something extra to this because it's really boring, to be honest with you. What I want to do here is look at a different shape. So here I'm going to choose one of these cylinders and say maybe 6 sides, just to get it out here. Then I'm going to take this giant brush and move it so it's like this. Then I'm going to move it over here in this view. And kind of squash it down. Okay, I like that. And I'm just going to rotate it just a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is go into edit mode. And apply. There we go. Now it should work. Go into world. And I'm just going to kind of tuck this in. Tuck this in. Move that one back. Tuck this one in. Tuck this one in. And tuck this one in. Essentially what I'm doing here is making an odd shape. Now snap's turned off for this. You know, I could have snap on for it, but since it's just a weird shape anyway, I'm not really too concerned about it. So there we go. There's in that side of the room. And in here, I want to make sure that it's lined up in the other views. In this case, I'm going to move it up. And shrink it up some. Now if I use the other shrink tool, I can shrink it based upon a non-uniform shrink. And I'm just going to try to go like this with it. Add. So now I have this little thing in the corner. Alright, well the key here is I want to be able to jump on this or jump to it. Okay, so I'm going to build, play all. I'm just going to try to look at that level to see what it looks like and play it. Okay, so I got this little platform over here. And you can see if I run really, really, really fast, I can barely get to that. Okay, so it needs to come down just a little bit. Those are things that you just have to experiment with. It is nothing written in stone on how to actually get this going. But it's one of those key essential things in video games, you know, that you want to really hit home on. Another thing is the shape, you know, is kind of weird. I think I'm going to destroy it, and we're going to build something else. So what if I made it out of a box? If it was a box, I could rotate it just a little bit. I could place it just like I did before. And I can make it a little bit up a little bit higher. Now, I do want to tuck it in though, however. You know, it's not one of those things that you want to be so... You want it to have right up against the wall. You do not want it to clip through the wall. So, in most cases, you know, I would go on World, go to Edit, and then start moving these points back. There we go. Okay, I can already see it's going to be too high, and you notice the old one's still in there. That's alright. That's because you have to update the brush. So, build all. Oh, just barely. This time I'm going to make it a little bit shorter or thinner. I don't want to bring it down any further or I won't be able to get underneath it either. So in that case, I'm going to take this top layer and move it down. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And can I get it from it down here? No. And I can't get it from it over here. I have to do a running into the room and then jump on it perfectly. All right, so these things right here just make it interesting. So, you know, this is what you should definitely add to your level to make it a lot better. Now, if you wanted, you can have another thing that you jump up and get to the other room. So you'd have to come in here, jump onto this platform, and then jump up to another shelf-like area in order to get into another room. Later on, we'll look at switches. You know, how could I make it so there's a switch on the wall that I click, it brings the platform down, I can jump on it, and it goes up. All right. So think of those things as you're making your level, because, you know, another requirement is that you don't make just all square walls. They should have some kind of, I don't know, form to them. All right. On to the next video.